afternoon, Tiger fans. We're here this afternoon once again on the 26th of June with Coach Matt Stack. And Coach, this is our third interview. Thanks again for being with us, and we enjoyed the opportunity to sit down and talk. Got some questions for you as always.
Absolutely. Look forward to it.
All right. First of all, let's start with the golf tournament. What happened? How much money did you raise? Let us know all about the golf tournament.
The golf tournament was a big success. First year running it, had a lot of participation. We ended up with 16 teams, I believe. Then we had an unbelievable amount of sponsorships, and thanks so much to all those people that sponsored us. We had a long list of them. Everybody had a great time. Weather cooperated. We ended up selling a lot of mulligans and T-busters, and we had a great time with our raffle. Great prizes to raffle off, and we made over $10,000 on it for the profiting after paying out the winning teams and the golf course and all that. And for the first time going and only doing it in 5 weeks time, I was really happy.
Excellent. Well, let's stay in that same line of questioning. What kind of current upcoming fundraising stuff you got going on with the team?
Next thing we got in the next few weeks, I think it's in 2 weeks because we're off next week, and then the week we come right back. I got a guy coming to do our discount cards kickoff. So you guys will be seeing our players run around selling discount cards to you. We're going to look at $10 cards or $20 cards depending on how the businesses in the area want to do it. And they're going to be good for a year, and it'll be all the local businesses and major discounts, maybe even some green fees on there. But a huge fundraiser where we'll pay out our winning sellers of our team and give away like Madden video games and stuff, and hopefully we can make another 10 grand or so on those, and that'd be really, really big. We also have our junior camp, Junior Tiger, first annual Junior Tiger camp, July 15th. It'll be Saturday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'm gonna getting t-shirts printed up and made right now. We're gonna bring all the youngsters in and give them a tour of our facilities, what they have to look forward to be a future Tiger, and put them through a practice and let them have some fun and have some good, really neat guest speakers. And our coaching staff will be coaching the youngsters. It'll be a great time, and it's $30 a player, and it includes a T-shirt with camp and lunch. We'll serve everybody pizza when we're done, so it should be a good time.
All right. Let's just stay on that for a minute. I had a question, completely lost it. So never mind, I'll move right on. I'll get back to it in a minute. The BCS competition. You told us last month about that. I saw it's ongoing. I saw some big tractor tires over by the fence, so I know you're doing something.
Yeah, BCS competition is really neat. We split up into 6 teams. They have different colors like team orange, team black, team white, green, blue, stuff like that. We have captains on each team. They have anywhere from 6 to 10 kids on each team. Some, I think, actually more like 10 to 15 kids. Whatever kind of numbers we've been having all summer. Been having some good numbers, and they come in on Wednesdays and compete. And we put them through 8 different football workouts, but it's one-on-one, mano-a-mano, man-on-man, and the kids love it. They love the competition, and had a lot of fun last week when they got to introduce it and kind of see how it works. And this Wednesday will be our big first test where we really split them up and go at all the different drills like flipping tires and tire tug-of-war and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun.
I know you're going to be impressed, but I thought of my other question. While we've got the cameras on,
sure.
You had a once-in-a-wishes list that you did when you first came to
Yes.
your coaches' night. How's that going? What are you still looking for? What do you still need?
Well, we haven't gotten our building yet, but Lowe's has informed me they are going to donate it to us, so I'm kind of waiting on that to come. We did purchase our practice clock, should be here next week. The orange uniforms, it was a little bit too late. I was hoping to get them this year, but I went to place the order right after we raised the money from the golf tournament, and the custom ordering is already completed, so we wouldn't even get them until November or so. So we're going to end up getting new unis next year, some orange ones, which is okay. That's no big deal. But people in the community have been great. We've been finding ways to get things done, and the facilities are coming along real well. The things we needed to get the field going and the pine needles, and We're getting there, slowly but surely. We're getting there.
All right. Anything you particularly need right now that to get you going into the next season, get you going into this upcoming season?
Well, I tell you what would be pretty important is our weight room currently has a regular tile floor on it.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to move big mats to do power cleans on, and we do a lot of power lifting from the floor.
Okay.
So if we can find anybody that, because it wasn't the top of the needs list, because we have a good weight room, it's beautiful, we've redone it and whatnot. But if we could get a full floor in there that we could power lift and not break flooring with our weights, it would be very beneficial. So I'm kind of looking. My next big project is to do that, and we're trying to get the play clocks fixed. That might be the largest necessity is getting our play clocks fixed before our first game. So got to talk to the county about that. I think they're going to work something out.
Sorry, I disrupted the flow.
No,
but I just
you're
thought
good.
of that.
Not a problem.
Back to the 7-on-7.
Sure.
You told us there was an upcoming 7-on-7. First of all, explain to us a little bit about what that is, and then tell us who we're playing or who we're competing
Sure.
against.
7-on-7, we actually did a lot of it today, this morning in practice with the kids. You have a center, and that's the only offensive lineman. Then you have your quarterback, running backs, and receivers. Defensively, you don't have any defensive linemen. You have 3 linebackers and 4 DBs, you can have 7 defensive players basically.
Okay.
And it's a 40-yard field. You start on the 40, you get 4 plays to get to the 20, then you get 4 plays to score a touchdown.
Okay.
Now, if you intercept the ball, then you get 2 points on defense. If you stop them and it's a turnover, then you get a point. So and you keep score that way, offense and defense. Usually it's a 10-minute running clock. So our kids are starting to get used to it, and it's all passing. There is no running. It's just all throwing football, learning reads, and kids learning how to cover passes and things like that. And we are playing July 13th at Irwin High School in the morning in the FCA tournament. And Irwin and Pittsburgh, there's a lot of, I think Franklin's in it. A lot of the teams in the area will be in that. And then July 25th, I believe, right before we go to camp, we're going to Hendersonville. And they're having a jamboree type 7-on-7 tournament as well. And then next year, in the following years, once we get our practice facility completed and our practice clock coming in and all that, we're going to host our own 7-on-7s, usually every Thursday night. So,
all right. Let me jump off script just
Sure.
a minute again. Tell us about camp coming up. You mentioned it there.
yeah, team camp. We're going to Western Carolina. It's July 27, 28, and come back on the 29th, I believe. It's at Western Carolina. We're pretty close. I'm looking for about 15 more kids to fully pay and whatnot, but they're coming in. Kids have done a good job of getting that set up for us, and basically we'll go to team camp, and it'll be Remember the Titans. We go there and live together for a couple of nights and have 7-8 practices a day and live like a college football player. That's pretty much what it is, boot camp for 2 or 3 days.
Well, let's shift gears a little bit. Talk to the viewers, listeners. I'm not sure what we call people now. Viewers, listeners. We have both. About your coaching staff.
Family members.
Yeah,
Yeah.
family members. That's mostly what they are. Yeah. Anyway, let the listeners know who your coaches are. I know you've got some changes on the coaching staff, some responsibility changes,
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera. So take a minute and kind of introduce your coaching staff.
Sure. Very blessed. Got a great coaching staff. A lot of guys here at Rosman High School that I ended up keeping on staff. Very blessed to have them. They're very good football coaches, but even more important, better people. Great influences for young kids. Starting on the offensive side of the ball, I run the offense and I coach the quarterbacks. Forrest Johnson, he coaches our running backs, and he's been an excellent help, great addition, young guy. Kids love him. I got Packy Chapman, longtime coach here. He's coaching our wide receivers. He's also our head JV coach. And Packy does a real good job with them. They obviously loved him a long time. Offensive line, I have Coach Jacob Davis, a new guy just hired right out of college, that ran our same system, so he gets it. had a fantastic interview. His references were great, and he's only been here about 2 weeks now, and he's done a fantastic job. Great addition to our staff. And Coach Owen is still coaching offensive line with him as well, but you got to have two O-line coaches. That's just how it works. And Coach Owen knows so well the trap game and down game, basically the interior run game. He is a master at it. And now I got another guy that can get us some spread out look things. So together, we got a very good offensive line staff. Both of them are fantastic. Moving to the defensive side of the ball, Josh Galloway, the head basketball coach here, he's my defensive line coach, and he'll also be the defensive coordinator. He's done a great job of getting those guys learning a new system. Linebackers, Jeff Rice does a fantastic job as well. He's the longtime coach, and I brought him back, and he is now coaching linebackers. And man, he knows a lot of football. He gets them motivated, and they fly around and they hit, and he does a good job. Defensive backs is Tyree Allen, another phenomenal football coach. Kids love him. He loves coaching DBs. He does a great job with the kids, and like I said, these guys, the kids love him. And then I got two other guys that have come in that are kind of interning, but at the same time they're assistant football coaches for us, and they're going to be great. And they're going to be fantastic coaches for us. T.J. Henderson, T. James Henderson, he's going to coach linebackers with Coach Rice. And then Neil, of course, the former superstar player here at Rosman, he just graduated, and what a not a finer young man to meet. He's going to be coaching quarterbacks with me, and man, bright future for him. He's going to do a great job, and but Neil and T. James, great additions to our coaching staff. Young guys that are going to be great football coaches.
You mentioned Packy was the JV coach, Coach Chapman. Who's going to be helping him?
Well, that's the system that I do. We all coach everybody.
Okay.
So, like, I coach the varsity QBs and JV. So, the first half of practice is varsity offense, JV defense, and then we flip-flop, or vice versa, whatever it is for the day.
All right.
So, everyone coaches everybody.
Okay. Last two questions are concerning youth football. You and I have talked a little bit, you and Matt and I have talked a little bit off camera about it, but we know youth football is a big part of the community here. How do you see that program benefiting your program?
Youth football is our program. You know, that everything that's going on in the youth program sets up the future of this school. So that is one of the top, if not the top priority here, is making sure it's done right, making sure that the kids are active, they love it, they enjoy it, and those coaches love coaching them from when they're 6 years old, 5 years old, all the way through. So, you know, those kids developing creates this program. Without those kids loving football at 6 years old, we wouldn't have a football team. So very important.
Second part of that question is, have you had time to meet with the youth program? I know you got a lot of stuff going on, and if you have, what kind of cooperation have you set up between the two groups?
It's been really good. We have met. We're going to meet again pretty soon. Things have gone really well. I discussed with them how 7, 8, and 9 is a JV team, 10, 11, 12 is our varsity team. But, you know, sometimes there's 7th graders that aren't physically ready to play JV football. So we came with an agreement, and they agreed on it, that all 8th graders and all 9th graders will play JV football. And then varsity will be 10, 11, 12. And if there are any 7th graders that are just physical specimens, then they'll have an opportunity to play JV football with us as well. But I'm going to evaluate them all summer, and when we get done with team camp at Western Carolina, I might have some guys that just aren't ready. And I'll call the youth, and I'll say, hey, man, this guy's actually going to come down and play youth football. I don't think he's quite ready to play JV football yet. So great relationship there to get things rolling in the right direction for that.
Well, that's great to hear. I guess that about wraps it up, but I was going to let the listeners know, let the viewers know, if you can help out with any of these things Coach Stack said that he needs, the mat for the weight room, the fixing the time clock, the play clocks, whatever, give Coach Stack a call here at the field house, or get in touch with Matt or I, and we can get in touch with Coach Stack for you. All right? So with that, let's take it out, Matt. That's it. Let's go home.
Thank you.